Hello, everyone, and welcome to the event of the outstanding collaboration of Virtual Eye Technologies and Eyes for Africa, and for the launch of the partnership, Today I See. My name is Michael Harper, and I will be the moderator of our event. Today, we'll hear from the partners of the project, Today I See, that will touch at least one person, if not more, each and every day to better see the world. Because Virtual Eye Technologies is determined to not only let the insurance industry see, but the world to see through a new paradigm for a better world. It is my pleasure to introduce our speakers. We are here today with Vessel Sinan Gailani, founder and CEO of Virtual Eye Technologies, Julie Tyers, founder of Eyes for Africa, and Dr. Abu Bayani, to hear the story from the first hand. And Julie, tell us about Eyes for Africa. How did the idea come into play, and what exactly has this effort accomplished so far?
I have over 40 years of ophthalmic nursing experience, and I'm currently working with cataract surgeons in Brisbane, Australia. I also have experience in outreach in Tanzania and East Timor, where we facilitated cataract surgery to people in remote areas. Eyes for Africa was founded in 2007 when I saw the need for free eye care to people living in rural and remote villages that had no access to eye care while I was holidaying there. I realised to assist these people, we need to make the campaigns accessible to them. Many of our patients had never left their villages and certainly would not spend money on transport. They also would not know why they were blind. To date, we have facilitated 16 free sight restoring campaigns to most regions of Ethiopia and restored sight to over 3,500 people that would otherwise remain blind. Eyes for Africa also has sponsored an ophthalmic nurse to be a cataract surgeon. He now works in Jinka in the southern region and accompanies us on our campaigns. Our committee is run solely by volunteers. The international volunteers are also self-funded. The charity relies wholly on private sponsors and corporate sponsors. This model ensures that all monies are directly given to the purpose that it's meant, that is to give free sight-restoring cataract surgery to the underserved people that need eye care in the rural and remote areas of Ethiopia. With the ongoing support of Virtual Eye, we can be assured each day that one more person can see.
Sinan, as a founder of a 3-year startup, it is not too common for an entrepreneur to support an NGO contributing your resources to society at this stage of your endeavor. Why do you think it is important for Virtual Eye Technologies to collaborate with Eyes for Africa on this project?
Thanks, Mike. At Virtual Eye Technologies, we accept humanity and service to others as a fundamental core values. We cannot separate business from society. Especially as a company operating in the insurance industry, everything we do should be for the benefit of society in some way. As a company, the services we offer transform the insurance industry into a data-driven, scientific dynamic decision-making mechanism by providing 100% data visibility. Established methods today rely on good faith decision-making methods and only capture around 5% of risk visibility. This transformation represents a paradigm shift for the benefit of all stakeholders in insurance ecosystem. Cataract surgery is normally painless and an easy operation that can be performed in just 10 minutes. Of course, that's only possible if you can have a surgery and have access to necessary medical resources. Unfortunately, there are still people in various parts of the world who don't have access to these opportunities. These are mainly due to the geographical distance from available medical resources and the financial difficulties to reach them. This is an unfortunate situation and common across many parts of Africa. As a result, these people live their lives without seeing for very simple reasons. Frankly, I could not remain indifferent to this. And while searching for a solution, I found Eyes for Africa. Solidarity is not small. What may be a small contribution to some can have a life-changing impact for another. Therefore, I never thought of waiting for solidarity to grow, and we have set out to do whatever we could. In the first year of our cooperation, we managed to sponsor cataract surgery for 10 people only, and today we are increasing this number 36 times. Our goal in the upcoming period is to ensure that every day, one more person starts to see, thanks to the clients, investors, business partners, and employees of Virtual Eye Technologies. Each and every day, one more person is able to see their family, children, themselves, and their future. I would like to thank all of our stakeholders for this achievement. Altogether, we do not just let the insurance industry see, we let the world see.
Dr. Abu, as a field expert with many years of experience performing cataract surgeries in this area of the world, why do you believe that solidarity is so important on this topic?
Okay, so it is very vital today, cataract surgery in this part of the world, because the majority of blindness is caused by cataract. More than 50% of blindness in the world, even more than that in Africa. Cataract blindness is significant. Still, there is a huge backlog of cataract in African circumstances, situations, unlike the other part of the world, because of the scarcity of consumables, devices. Most of all the professionals who can do this are very little, very few in Africa. So to cover the surgeries with this limited number of health personnel, the ophthalmologists, is very, very vast. So there is lack of proportion. There is a disconnect between the backlog, the prevalence of cataract, the magnitude of cataract blindness, and the number of manpower, skilled manpower for this surgery. So there is a huge backlog. So if you don't tackle this blindness, mostly farmers are affected by cataract blindness, mostly. For instance, just take one part of the society, the farmers. If you do surgeries, cataract, if you solve, because it is a sight restoring surgery. So if you do this surgery for these individual farmers, after they become operated, they will go back to their farmland and plow their lands, and they become independent, and they become productive, and they can take care of their families. So it is no question, no doubt, performing cataract surgery for the poor in collaboration with those people that can support the surgery is very, very, very important, and it's very supportive morally in many aspects of life.
Julie, what is your perspective on this topic? What do you see the benefits coming out of the collaboration between Virtual Eye Technologies and Eyes for Africa?
Ethiopia is a beautiful country, but it is very underserved in the remote areas. People with cataracts cannot see. The areas you can imagine in the farms, they're pastoralists, they're nomads, they look after their cattle and their goats. If you can't see, you're in danger of falling over a fire, breaking a limb. The children need to stay home to look after as carers of their older people. Even there's young children with congenital cataracts that aren't independent they can't be left alone in fear of wild animals even, and wandering off, and they don't have the joy or connection that they should have, especially as children, to interact and grow up to be adults. So following the cataract surgery, which is a very simple operation, it takes about 10 minutes in the hands of a very good surgeon, which we have two of. They spend half a day with us, and after the operation, they're given some donated sunglasses and a nice beanie and drops, which we try to encourage them to use. When the pads come off the next day, their life has changed. There's light in their eyes. They can connect with people. They're not at risk anymore. The children can go back to school, or they can start learning, and everyone enjoys the company of someone that can contribute, that knows what's going on. It's a wonderful thing, and we have lots of tears, and it's very gratifying for the volunteers to have this instant gratification and the quality of life that we have given them by all our volunteers that are self-funded, and the support of Virtual Eye that will enable us to restore life and joy to many more in the areas that we are going to. With Virtual Eye's collaboration, we can employ 2 local surgeons now and purchase another portable ophthalmic microscope. This means that during our 2-week campaign, we can have the capability to restore sight to 400 people that would otherwise remain blind without our service. Virtual Eye has been an incredible support, forward-thinking, and have demonstrated to us and given us much needed momentum with this very difficult time with COVID that we have had over the last 18 months. We look forward to a great partnership with Virtual Eye and are glad they share our passion for sight ultimately saving lives.
Sinan, tell us, how do you see the future from your perspective? As a visionary company, how does Virtual Eye Technologies imagine the world by supporting people with a new vision on life?
From a global perspective, we are all going through rough times. Events over the past few years have sometimes made it difficult to feel any sense of optimism toward the future. However, each of us are empowered with ways to share love and kindness to help our fellow neighbors, even if they are located half a world away from us. At Virtual Eye Technologies, we have decided to put a plan into action to support those who are in need of a common medical procedure, but lack the necessary resources within their local community. We don't have the luxury of waiting for something big to happen or for someone to save the world without ourselves taking action now. We trust the creative and solution-oriented side of the humanity. At this point, we will do our best to improve this transformation. Just as we ensure that high technology services are easily accessible to everyone in the insurance sector, it is also our vision and in our DNA to provide access to technology for someone to physiologically see. Only then we will have used our resources correctly and for the benefit for all. Seeing is a right to live, as Julia also mentioned. With our project Today I See, we will continue to work for a world where one more person can access this right each and every day. At Virtual Eye Technologies, we will always continue to be an institution with strong social ties.
And Julie, to wrap up, what are your most important or most dear memories on this journey? Could you tell us some stories that have touched your heart or are worth mentioning based on your experiences with Eyes for Africa?
There are so many heartwarming stories with the people that visit us. Some we can't help, but the ones that we can with cataracts, we restore their sight. Even the children. If we have an anaesthetic machine in the facility where we're working, whether it be old or whatever, our volunteer anaesthetists are very good at getting things to work. Usually the patients have an anaesthetic block, so a needle goes to the back of the eye to make the eye not move and feel no pain, but children aren't usually very compliant with that. But we have done that to a 9-year-old even. So with the anaesthetic machine, when our children turn up that have congenital cataracts, that means they're born with the gene and they will develop a cataract in both eyes usually. We are able to remove them because we can put them to sleep in a safe way so they don't move. And we can do both eyes on the same day. So that means the patient then and the family can return to their village sooner. So one little boy comes to mind, and he was about 5 or 7. We gave him an anaesthetic, operated on both eyes. In the morning, we took the pads off. We asked if we could see, and he said, "I can see my mum." Well, we all cried because we were very optimistic that that's what the outcome would be. Another little boy about the same age that had a general anaesthetic, he also had cataracts in both eyes, and he got off the bed, saw the door, opened the door, and was independent. It's what keeps me going. We had another older man, and that he needed support by 2 carers to get over the rough, rugged terrain just to get to our clinic. He couldn't manage that because he was blind. He would have fallen over and, as mentioned before, broken a leg or arm or anything. After the operation, he was able to see and be independent. So this brings the family are very grateful for us. Everyone is very grateful. The work is very important, and it must continue, and with strong partnership, I'm sure that's going to get better and bigger, and a new future for all these people is what we're asking for.
Thank you for joining us today to share the collaboration of Virtual Eye Technologies and Eyes for Africa. We invite you to follow the upcoming developments of this exciting and impactful partnership, Today I See. And we congratulate Virtual Eye Technologies for embarking on such a journey, certainly an inspiring role model in the entrepreneurship ecosystem. Thank you.